Hello YouTube. So it's been a while since I've had a car review, and I bought this Corvette 1 year ago almost now. So this is a 1999 C5. That means a 5th generation Corvette. Everything's still made here in Bowling Green, well, here in America, Bowling Green, Kentucky. And as you can see, at least to me, they definitely still hold their appeal as far as appearance, sportiness, meanness. And I say that because I just love the rake. I love how it looks like it's moving even when it's not. So everything on the internet's been said about the C5, but I thought I'd go ahead and share some of the things that I love about it. Number one, it's cheap. I bought this in February of last year for $9,000. And now, since car prices have gone up a lot, it's a little harder to find them for that price range, and especially if they're pretty clean. And this one's pretty clean, and I'll show you the inside soon. Also, this is a manual transmission 6-speed, which is also pretty hard to find nowadays. Actually, I take that back. It's not that hard to find, but they tend to run a little bit more expensive. So this Corvette has aftermarket wheels. It has the Cray Scorpion style wheels. They're 17 by 9 in the front and 18 by 10.5 in the back. They came on the car already. The guy before me had done a lot of upgrades and mods. I like the deeper wheels in the back than in the front. I think it looks good. I know you can get way bigger, way wider if you want to do some modifications like spacers and different offsets, but I like the way this handles it. It's very low, even without being lowered. It's at stock height, and it's still plenty rough enough for me. But anyway, one thing you want to be aware of when you buy these older Corvettes is the tires might be old, especially if whoever had it before you didn't drive it much. That's the case with this one here. The tires were made in 2013, according to the date code on the side of the sidewalls. So I've just recently bought new ones, and I'll have them put on next week. So one of the things that I did was I did the black lettering here in the front and also in the back. That was kind of the minor mods that really changed the look of these, in my opinion. And they come in, you can buy them in chrome or red, white, and blue and this and that, but I think it suits this car to have it in black in this color. This is a pewter, I think it's pewter, I don't know, metallic. And then let's see, what else did I do? I also upgraded the exhaust. I'll have you listen to that in a little bit. This is the Corsa Extreme axle back. So in other words, just from the over the axle and back is the mufflers, and I think it sounds pretty good. All right, so now if we come inside the car, I can show you. I didn't do a lot of vacuuming and cleaning because I kind of wanted to show you what a lot of them look like when you go to start looking for them. This is actually very clean, in my opinion. I looked at a couple of them and it was just really hard to find anything that didn't have ripped seats or torn carpet or cuts and whatnot. So this is pretty much what it looks like, and it's pretty good. It also has the sport seats, you know, because it has this hole here, and it has, they're rocking, which means I have to rebuild there's some washers that are missing and whatnot, so I got to fix that. Let's see, what else does it have? This one doesn't have the power tilt, but it is adjustable. It has the short shifter. I think this is a Hurst short shifter. The guy didn't tell me, but from my research, it looks like this is what that is. And I really like the short shifter compared to the stock one. It didn't have the stock stereo, but I do have one. And then it has the F45, I think, is that adjustable ride control. And it doesn't really do anything. I leave it on performance or sport rather, and I don't notice a difference on any of them. And it doesn't have competitive driving, but it does have traction off, so that's fun sometimes. Let's see, what else does it have? Let's see, so we can open the trunk here. And so it came with this sunshade, so you could put stuff in your trunk without having people look at it. I will be getting the windows tinted eventually. And lots of room. We've been able to store tons of stuff in here. Got my Corvette hat. My CDs. So you got pretty big storage in there for fire extinguishers, the fix-a-flats. Got storage on both sides here. This opens up too. So you got storage down there also. So lots of storage. Lots of mosquitoes out right now. Those little notches there, that's where you put the Targa top in. If you take the top off, I'll show you with the top what it looks like without the top on next. So I had a C4, 1985 C4 before this, and in order to take the top off, there were 4 star type bolts that you had to ratchet out of there. They actually included a ratchet with it. Now, get in here. All they have is these. They have a flip here, over here, and then you push a button here, and that thing pops up, and the top comes off. There it is with the top off. I didn't have my tripod, so I couldn't show you taking it off, but it literally takes seconds to you unclip those 4 latches, pop it off. It's so light. I mean, probably weighs 10 pounds, maybe 15, probably 10. And it just pops right off and you're ready to go. And then it slides right into those pockets that I showed you, those little shoes. You can see them right here. And then there's little latches here, and you just pull those back, and that way it's hooked in. So, but you can also you can still put stuff behind there, so you don't lose every ounce of your storage space if you want to go off without your top on. And you know, it still looks good, you know, even with the top off. I mean, it looks great no matter what, in my opinion, but I love it with the top off, and I love driving it with the top off. Another upgrade that the owner before me did was this spoiler, this rear spoiler. And I love that it matches the color. Some are like black or whatever like that, and that's cool, you know. Every difference, you know, makes it your own. But I really like that this matches. I've been parking, you know, I've parked right next to completely stock Corvettes, and I really like how this lip or spoiler looks. I think it really gives it a different look compared to other Corvettes. Another upgrade that I did was I put LED lights in the driving lights. So instead of the originals were really kind of dark, almost brown, and the LED really makes them pop. Right now, usually I can put the driving lights on without the headlights popped up, but another common issue with these cars is the headlight motors. So when the headlight motor went, the gear rather, not the motor, but when the gear started slipping, it stopped letting me put the driving lights on without the headlights up. So that's kind of a bummer, but I'll fix that. I got the part already, so I'll be replacing those gears soon. And that's one of the main differences between the 5th generation and 6th generations. Okay, not the main difference, but one of the differences between the 6th and 5th is that the 6th doesn't have the pop-up lights. And you know, you're gonna find people that like both, or really only like one and really only like the other. I like the pop-up lights. I think it makes them look a little different from the older style or newer style. But and I think that the C6, you see a lot of them with the foggy lights. The plastic gets sun-dried and yellow, so that's something you have to think about when purchasing these cars. So I wanted to share with you the terrible noise it makes when you lower the headlights with a stripped gear. So that's pretty embarrassing. So I try not to do that in public. But this is a daily, so I drive it anytime it's not raining. Not because I don't like to ride it, not because it can't drive in the rain, but because I like to drive fast. And in the rain, I got to drive like a regular person. Otherwise, I'll wipe out. So the next thing I like about Corvettes is the hood and the direction that it opens. Like all Corvettes, or most of them that don't have an engine in the middle, is that it opens from backwards from most hoods, and I think that's always been kind of cool. I loved it on my C4. The whole fender came up and everything too, the top of the fender, and that was really cool. But this is pretty cool too. So anyway, I have a manual transmission. And if you've driven a manual transmission, you know that every now and then again you need to bleed your clutch and fluid, because it can get dirty pretty fast. So this one, the previous owner actually put a remote bleeder on there. So that makes it really nice, because you don't have to get under the car to gain access to the, I think it's the master cylinder. Somebody can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, to bleed that. So it's really nice having that remote bleeder. But this has the 5.7 LS1, great motor. Stock, it has probably 345 horsepower and 350 foot-pounds of torque. It could be a little bit wrong. Somebody will probably correct me. But I have a K&N drop-in, which probably doesn't help much at all. And I have the Corsa Extreme, and I do have a HP tune by a professional tuner on there. And I think we gained, I don't know, maybe 20 horsepower, not even 20 horsepower, but I'm making around 301 to the rear wheels on the ground. So that's pretty good. I think that's probably a gain of 15% or something like that, which is not terrible, runs great. So I mainly did the tune just to make sure that everything was good. I mean, it's a 23-year-old car. All right, so now I'll go ahead and do a cold start and show everybody what it sounds like with the Corsa Extreme on there. Well, that splattered a whole bunch of water out of my car wash. You can see that. That is a nice sound to me. I love that sound. That's probably one of my favorite parts of this thing. So thank you for watching. I know this wasn't a super in-depth review video, because there's so much out there on the C5, but I just kind of wanted to see, you know, hey, maybe something I said is a little bit different than somebody else, and if it can help somebody when they're trying to buy one or looking at working on them, or doing some small mods, that at least they got something out of it. Also, that it's an inexpensive cash buy, you know, which is a big deal to me. Other things that I think that I've never driven a automatic Corvette, and I know a lot of people love their automatics. Personally, this car is more of a driving experience to me than just going to the store or whatnot, or actually it turns going to the store a driving experience. I love shifting through the gears on this thing, and the one thing though that I am always dreading is when the clutch needs to be replaced, because it's a big job to do that. You got to drop that whole rear end to do it, and it's not something I'm looking forward to. So let me know in the comments, you know, hey, you got an automatic and it's just as fun, and if, you know, I want to drive one soon. I actually was in a parade, a Veterans Day parade with my Corvette club, and boy, it was tough. My leg was pretty sore at the end of there, and my clutch was not happy. So thank you for watching, and Let me know if you want to know any more about it. I can tell you some more in the comments. All right, thank you.